In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 MLB games happening on October 1st, 2022, and providing you with team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Boston Red Sox versus Toronto Blue Jays. The Boston Red Sox enter the final weekend of the season in Toronto to take on the playoff-bound Blue Jays. Boston is playing out the string and coming off a successful home series with the Orioles. Toronto is leading the pack in the wildcard race and looks to sew up the number 4 seed and home field advantage in round 1 of the playoffs. The pitching matchup on Saturday has young righty Brayan Bello of the Red Sox taking on fellow righty Ross Stripling of the Blue Jays. The Red Sox sit with a 75-82 record overall, and this has been quite the disappointing season for them. On Friday, it was again the offense that really struggled, failing to score any runs, and that led to the defeat. Overall this season, it's been the pitching has been an issue, giving up 4.85 runs per game, which is 8th best in the league. Rafael Devers has hit 27 home runs and driven in 87 RBIs. On the mound for the Red Sox will be Brayan Bello, who sits with a 2-7 record and an earned run average of 4.39. In his last start, he went 5 innings, giving up 2 hits and 0 runs. On the other side of this matchup is the Blue Jays, who sit with an 88-69 record overall, and they had lost 2 games in a row before winning on Friday. In the 2 losses, the Blue Jays offense only scored 5 runs total. The Blue Jays offense has been the strength this season, averaging 4.72 runs per game. Vladimir Guerrero is having a strong season, hitting 31 home runs and driving in 95 RBIs. On the mound for the Blue Jays will be Ross Stripling, who sits with a 9-4 record and earned run average of 3.16. In his last start against the Tampa Bay Rays, he went 5 innings, giving up 6 hits and 1 run. The Blue Jays are 6-0 in Stripling's last 6 starts on 5 days of rest. The Red Sox are 0-8 in Bello's last 8 starts against a team with a winning record. The under 7-0 in Bello's last 7 starts. The over is 5-0-1 in the Blue Jays' last 6 games versus a starter with a WHIP greater than 1.3. The Sox are 16-35 in their last 51 on turf and 20-43 in their last 63 versus the American League East. Boston is 1-4 in their last 5 in Game 2 of a series. Meanwhile, the Jays are 36-15 in their last 51 SATA games and 1-4 in their last 5 in Game 2 of a series. The under is 5-2 in Toronto's last 7 SATA games. Toronto has a ton to play for over their final 2 series, and on Saturday the Jays get a very favorable pitching matchup, which is why I like Stripling here. The Blue Jays offense has come alive lately, and with Stripling on the mound, he has proven he can handle the Red Sox lineup for 5 or 6 innings and then turn it over to the bullpen, which has been better lately. Along with that, Boston's offense has struggled on the road, while as a team as a road underdog. The Red Sox are just 18-30 entering this series. Toronto has also hit Bello hard, and I expect that to continue to be the case here, while -165 is a very fair price, as this could even be -200. The Jays are battling the race for that top spot and can't afford to slip up against a Red Sox team that is already thinking about what to leave in their locker over the winter. So the Toronto Blue Jays money line is our full game side pick. Even though Stripling has been solid against Boston, he still will likely give up 2 or 3 runs. Bello has also struggled against the core of Toronto's offense, which adds to me liking the over. Meanwhile, entering this series in 16 games, they have gone over 8.5 runs 8 times, while also hitting 8 on the dot 2 other times, but they are averaging 9.5 runs per game while at the Rogers Center, which is 7 games. 4 games have gone over with another at 8, and those games are averaging 8.43 runs per game. Along with that, in Toronto's last 10 games, they are averaging 5.4 runs per game, while Boston is averaging 4.8 runs per game, which adds to me believing this will be a high-scoring affair. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Arizona Diamondbacks versus San Francisco Giants. The Arizona Diamondbacks face the San Francisco Giants, with both teams looking to end difficult years on a high note. The Diamondbacks have a 72-84 record and have the second worst record in the National League West Division, while the Giants have a 78-78 record and hope to finish the year above .500. For the upcoming game, the Diamondbacks will turn to Drey Jameson as their starting pitcher, who has only allowed 2 runs in his first 3 starts in the majors, while the Giants will turn to pickdawgz to start the game. The Diamondbacks sit with a 72-85 record overall, and they have lost 3 of their last 4 games. The Diamondbacks' offense has been fine, but the pitching hasn't been good enough. The Diamondbacks are giving up 4.56 runs per game, which is 21st in the league. Christian Walker has hit 36 home runs and driven in 92 RBIs. On the mound for the Diamondbacks will be Drey Jameson, who sits with a 2-0 record and an earned run average of 0.98. In his last start against San Francisco, he went 5.1 innings, giving up 5 hits and 0 runs. The Giants are 13-3 in their last 16 home games versus a team with a losing road record. Giants are 4-1 in their last 5 home games versus a right-handed starter. The under is 5-1 in the Giants' last 7 games on Saturday. The under is 12-3 in Giants' last 16 games versus a right-handed starter. The Giants come into this game with a 79-78 record overall, and although it's a little too late, they seem like they might be closing out this season strong. The Giants' offense has been strong this season, and they are averaging 4.39 runs per game, which is 12th in the league. Jock Pederson is having a strong season for the Giants, hitting 23 home runs and driving in 70 RBIs. If the offense can strong again like they were on Friday night, they will have a chance in this game. The Diamondbacks are struggling at the moment, but they played well in recent road games, winning 3 of their last 5 road games. They are playing well offensively and won't have trouble scoring against the Giants because Pickdawgz has struggled in recent starts, giving up 11 runs in his last 3 starts. He gave up 8 runs in his last 3 home starts and will have a hard time slowing them down. The Giants are playing well, and they've been on fire offensively, scoring at least 5 runs in 3 of their last 5 games. Despite their recent run, expect them to struggle offensively because Jameson has done a good job on the mound, giving up 2 runs in his 3 starts. He gave up 2 runs in his lone start against the Giants and will keep their offense in check. So the Arizona Diamondbacks money line is our full game side pick. The Diamondbacks are averaging 4.35 runs per game and 4.33 runs per game on the road. They averaged 3.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Giants. With San Francisco giving up 4.06 runs per game at home, the Diamondbacks will hit their average in this game. The Giants are averaging 4.37 runs per game and 4.4 runs per game at home. They averaged 3.67 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Diamondbacks. Both teams are carried by their lineups, and I like them to attack the 2 starters in this game. The Diamondbacks, who average 4.35 runs per game, should constantly play base runners with Christian Walker, Jake McCarthy, and the rest of the lineup making contact and driving in runs against pickdawgz and the rest of the Giants pitchers. The Giants, who average 4.38 runs per game, should drive in runs at will with Jock Pederson, Thairo Estrada, Wilmer Flores, and the rest of the lineup crushing pitches against the Diamondbacks pitchers to circle the bases at will. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started.